Hello guys, this is Flip Man coming to you with another video on wholesaling houses. Um, get this question a lot, as I do with a lot of them. May have touched on this vaguely, but how can you do a deal in 30 days? There's no way I can guarantee anyone can do a deal in 30 days. The only thing I can do is to give you a blueprint and my experience at doing my first deal in the 30 days, which may not be a good example, but it happened. So it's factual. But before I get into that, my course, the normal price is $697. It's been at $347 for quite some time now. If you want to get it, this is your chance to get it at that price. Is going up to 487. So that's going to end shortly. It'll be at my website, flipmancoaching.com. I'm only going to do it for probably another day or so at 347. So save yourself $140. So you need to get it. But on to the actual reason I'm here for this particular video is how to do a deal in 30 days. There's no secret to this business. You can have all the knowledge uh, that you want. A lot of people have studied me, they studied many others. But at the end of the day, it's all about action. At the end of the day, for me, the way I view things and the way I still do it, um, to this day, it's all about numbers. How many people are calling you per day on average over a 30-day period? Say if you don't have anything out there and this was day one, you had your bandit signs ready or you had your direct mail yellow letter campaign ready to go. That's day one of the 30 days. With bandit signs, we're not stressed those so much because of the immediate impact, response, results, and targeting that you can accomplish immediately for the price. You could start a tremendous bandit sign campaign for less than $120. I'm including shipping with that. One of the places that I would recommend, which I can buy my signs here locally, even at a better price than that, but I try to give people an option because of I don't know what you may have in your market as far as picking up signs locally. It's all about just doing research, but dirtcheapsigns.com is a good place to pick up blank bandit signs if you're going to do the blanks. I think they have a special on what they call is their blank yard signs for 100 signs is $106. So I assume with tax with shipping it should be less than $120. Those are the 18 by 24 white signs. I'm not getting any money out there. I'm just giving you a tip here. But that's 18 by 24 white signs. They call them blank yard signs. The reason I use white is because you can use different colors, and a lot of people recommend yellow, but black is really the only thing that works on yellow. Whereas with the white signs, you can go with black, blue, or red, which I recommend using blue and red. I'll just simply do I pay cash for houses on the first two lines and my phone number on the second line, on the third line. I'll do the phone number maybe in blue and the I pay cash for houses in red. But once you get those signs, you can cut those down to 18 by 24 into 12 by 18. Now you have 200 signs. That's a campaign that you can really get your phone ringing. And what I suggest, don't spread your signs all out over the city. Just target two neighborhoods, two zip codes, which that could be a vast area for some places, but more focused on the neighborhood. Like I'll just use an example here. One particular part of town is called West End. So I may put 100 signs in West End. Another part of town here where I live is called Inslee. So I may put another 100 in Inslee. You have a big enough impact there if your signs have any life. When I say life, if they can stay up 2 to 3 weeks, pretty much, I'll say 75% of your signs out of that 200 signs, you're going to get the number of calls that you need to do deals. There's just no way around it. You to do 2, 3 deals per month, you need your phone ringing anywhere from 3 to 5 uh, receiving 3 to 5 calls per day. Now you're gonna get a lot of crazy calls, you know. So, but when I say 3 to 5 calls, it really doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but it's not as important that the signs are only just dealing with motivated sellers or just sellers in general. That lets you know that they're working. The more, the merrier. I've had people call me. I put out 25 signs, and I've gotten, that's not enough. That's not enough. Or I put out the 100 signs, and I'm getting a lot of calls, and people have mortgages. That's no different than me. If I get 100 calls, and what you're trying to accomplish is to get 100 calls within a certain time frame, a 30-day time frame, um, that's no different than me. 95 of those calls are not going to be anything. That's what I experience. I'm just totally just shocked whenever I get a call that's a deal still to this day, because the majority of calls are going to be wasting your time. But there's a way to even handle those, that those will circle back around to your benefit. I never tell someone no. If it's a price that I can't use, I would just simply tell them, if anything changes, please give me a call back. Time and circumstances will change someone's price. Just life, just everyday life. Well, they'll call you back and say, "Hey, you wanted to buy my property 3 months ago. What will you pay?" Hey, that could be a potential deal. That's happened to me time and time again. But to answer the question, how can I do a deal in 30 days? The first thing, you don't care, you got to get off your couch. You got to put something in motion, whether it's a yellow letter campaign or banner signs. The first 2 weeks, once you get the clock doesn't really start until you get 100 signs on the street, or you put 100 yellow letters in the mail. Well, with yellow letters, you may need 200 in the mail. Your clock really doesn't start until then. That first 2 weeks is going to be where you're going to get the majority of your calls. I was fortunate. I put them out on a Sunday. The next day, on that Monday, I received 2 calls that were actual deals. One of them was a lease option. I know I was no different to you. My head was full of more than just wholesale. I didn't know what I was doing. All I knew is that I put some signs out and my phone started ringing. I had failed at so many other business opportunities that I was just really satisfied with the phone just ringing, just because of what the guy said I should do. But my first two calls were actual deals. One of them was a lease option opportunity that blew up in my face. The lady gave me $5,000 in my hand at a old Charlie's restaurant one evening after reading one of my ads. After I put the property on a lease option agreement with the owner, and she put 5,000, 50, $100 bills in my hand. That was the most money I had ever had in my hand at once at that point. And the deal fell through because the seller was an idiot. But that let me know the stuff working. Plus, I didn't know what I was doing with lease options. Really didn't know what I was doing with wholesaling either. But the other opportunity were the 2 sisters that owned the property that their mom had, and they tried to rent out to relatives, didn't pay them toward the house, and just wanted to get rid of it. That was my actual first wholesale deal. Whereas I did make $2,500 off that deal. Whereas with the lease option opportunity, I had to give that money back, just because the deal fell through, even though I had spent about $300 of it. Um, but my point is you got your clock doesn't start on the 30 days until 2 things happen, right? You have the knowledge, and plus if you're paying me, your knowledge is going to be there, but you'll have me to assist you with completing your deal. But your clock starts when you either have 100 signs on the street or 200 direct mail yellow letters in the mailbox, or both. You want to try to get there faster. That's the way to get there really fast, because your phone's going to ring off the hook with potential deals. But once that happens, it's just all about just fielding the call, going through the information, determining if it's a deal or not. And that's as simple as knowing what the ARV is, compared to what they're asking, including the repairs. It's all numbers. You're not going to go out and look at every one of these properties. You're only going to go out and look at the properties that you've negotiated a number over the phone that you know has strong potential of being a potential deal. Um, that's it, folks. It's the knowledge is great, but until you put something in action and get your phone ringing, this is not brain surgery. If I can do it, I wish you just knew me as a person. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Now, what I may be a little different on, and it does get me in trouble still to this day, is that I'm going to, once I find something that I know I can make money off of it, um, and I have a general understanding of it, and I have the resources to put in it, and I like chunks of money. So if I think I can get into it, I'm full force ahead on it. Just like with the gold business, when I found out about that, within 2 weeks I was in business making money. But that's just me. So some people are a little more guarded, conservative in the way they move with things. That's fine. Like I said, you got to do something, you got to put it in motion. But that's it. You got to get that phone ringing. Day one starts when you have 100 signs on the street or 200 direct mail pieces, yellow letters preferably, in the mail. That's when day one actually starts. With your 30 days of putting a deal together. So that first 2 weeks is probably when you're going to put something in the contract. The next week you'll advertise it, to other investors, and which that's what I teach you. You advertise it, and the next week you're closing. That's 30 days. So the first 2 weeks is finding the deal. The next week is advertising it. The next week is closing. That's just a issue with the title, because if you have a serious investor involved, they're going to be able to close your deal within a week. There's no way around this. There's a title issue. That's it. But again, the price of the course is going up. Uh, Today is I think the 19th. I'm sorry, the 20th of May. 21st is going up, so take advantage of it now at the 347. Save yourself $140 if you're still interested. Don't forget about still have the appspayme.com opportunity available. You can take advantage of that also. Good luck. Thanks.